Well, the final meeting of the season and also the year will be conducted at Club Menangle on Tuesday afternoon. Of course, the Metropolitan season came to an end at this particular meeting on Saturday night. So a very strong 8-event program set down for decision. Going to kick off the specials in the third event with Miss Hornigold, fitted for 2 runs back from a spell for Michael Doltoff, Jack Callaghan to take the reins. They've had a lot of success of late. Miss Hornigold, the past 2 runs have been very solid for placings. She's yet to greet the judge. She's had 8 starts for 5 placings. I think this looks a suitable assignment for Miss Hornigold. She's certainly got a hoof right on the till, and I think she'll be very hard to beat in race 3. Moving over to race 5, and I'm sticking with the David Thorne trained Yeah Charlie, another very consistent type, nicely drawn, coming with very solid 6 behind Miss Chantilly. Beat 9.5 metres, but the effort was creditable and back in grade with a nice draw. I think Yeah Charlie will be certainly very hard to beat in race 5. Now moving over to race 7, and I'm sticking with Wave the Bill. His first 2 runs from New Zealand were outstanding. Run by a total of just on 56 metres in those 2 emphatic performances. Then last week, very costly. He was sent around a very heavily backed favourite. He blew the start, and from that point onwards, he was out of business and finished last in the race won by Some Chevron. I'm expecting him to bounce back to his winning form, Wave the Bill. Hopefully, get some of those lost earnings from last week. And going over to race 8, the very consistent Heaven Island from the all-conquering Paul Fitzpatrick stable, his son Gavin to take the reins. Now, Heaven Island scored back in early July, was sent for a spell after that win, and resumed with a very tradesman-like second behind Miss Chantilly. And she was getting to the line very strongly over the concluding stages. She strips fitter, nicely drawn, does strike a very open and competitive race, but Heaven Island, she's very talented mare, so I expect her to be very hard to beat in the final event on the card. So they're my thoughts for the 8-event program here at Club Menangle on Tuesday afternoon. Until next time around, good punting.